Hey, what's up everyone? We finally got our new Cyber Dragon support in Master Duel, and even though we only had a couple days left before the season ended, we were still able to go from gold to master rank pretty easily. Now I want to show you the deck list and then we're going to jump into some games, so let's dive right in. If you're looking for the full card by card breakdown, I'll have the link for that video in the description, but I'll go briefly over the deck here. So we have 16 starters, 3 core, 3 Claw, 3 Emergency, 3 Horizon, 3 Realm, and the 1 Chimera. Now Horizon is a card that I talk about in pretty much every video. This is the best card in the deck. It's a starter, extender, board breaker, OTK enabler. The card literally does everything for you. It's very much worth playing over the Fiendsmith engine and over the K9 engine whenever we get that in Master Duel. The only caveat here is that this card has somewhat of a steep learning curve. So a good starting point would be my combo video to kind of get a good understanding of the basic ones, and then from there you want to just practice with the card. The more you practice, the more you get this intuition for different hands and positions, what to send, what to add. But this card is completely busted. We do need to play at a 3 here. And now we move on to the one-ofs of the deck. These are the quote-unquote bricks of the deck. We do not usually want to see these cards in our hand, but when we do see them, they can still be good. They do have applications. So first we have hers. This is a utility card. We can recycle a monster from the graveyard or add OG from the deck. Naxer is an extender. OG is also a utility card. Usually you can add it with hers, or you can summon it going second with Yorm. And Yorm and Worm, these two cards are extremely powerful extenders, because they generate us card advantage, right? They generate a lot of card advantage, and they basically change the entire deck in terms of what it can do. And then we have Regulus and Clockwork. So Regulus is of course our negate, and the Clockwork is how we search it, and it can also be a board wipe, right? And then we have the rest of the cyber spells. So Overflow is an extremely powerful disruption that we would like to have if we can, and it can also be a combo piece because you can pop it and then it becomes core, which is pretty cool. And then Cyberload is a card that can get us to Rampage and can recycle back our monsters to give us that grind game. So it's very important that you have Cyberload here. And the card does have different applications. Keep in mind that it's a quick play spell, so it can help you dodge certain things sometimes. So even when you see Overflow and Cyberload in your hand, they can be good. And then we have the fusion spells here, Poly and Power Bond. We do not want to see these cards in our hand, but when we do see them, they can still be good. And I'll show you some examples in a minute here. But that's it for the engine, 27 cards. It's a big engine, but we need everything that you see here to maintain that high ceiling and high consistency of the deck. Now let's talk about the non-engine. So first we have, of course, Maxi and Friends, 2 Maxi, the 3 Ash, the 2 Coldbuy, and the 1 Crossout. Now, Coldbuy got limited, so we're going to replace the other one with Talent. And then we have Imperm. This is the best generic hand trap in the game. It's pretty good, and we love seeing Imperm as our 6th card, because this deck can break boards consistently going second, and getting a little bit of a push, from seeing an Imperm, seeing a Coldbuy, seeing a Talent, that could be a great help. Then we have the Droll and Lockbird. This card is very annoying. I'm glad Master Duel put it to 2, because it can shut down a lot of decks, including our own deck, right? And this is why I was playing it at 3, but now because it got semi-limited, so we're going to replace it with Nibiru. Nibiru is going to be pretty good moving on into the next format, because Apple got banned, right? So I would say in this deck here, 41 or 42 cards is pretty good. I would not go more than that, because then you're going to start to have some noticeable consistency issues. So it would be here like 2 Drolls and 1 Nib, or if I want to play 42, it could be like 2 Nibs or like 1 Nib and 1 Fool. I'm not sure yet. But that's it for the main deck. Now let's talk about the extra deck. So first we have Rampage. This is the best monster we have. Completely busted card. Sent to the graveyard, pop back row, attack 3 times, being a level 5, not once per turn. The card just screams broken. We play 3 because the third one can come up in the grind game, and you do not want to get into those situations where you need the third one and then it's not there. Like, that's really bad. It can cost you the game. So that's why you want to play 3. And then we have Heos. So Heos is a very important inboard piece, and you're always trying to get Heos because this card generates card advantage, right? It recycles back a fusion spell, and it's a negate every turn, and it has 0 attack, so you can link it off into Night, and they can continue, to OTK on the following turn like that. So Heos is very good. And then we have Fortress and Mega Fleet. Of course, these cards are goated. Just be mindful on how you're using them because it's like a one-time thing. So don't waste them, for no reason. But they're very, very good cards. And then we have Eternity. This card is so good. It's so good. So, of course, we send this card with Horizon, right, to the graveyard. And we're mainly concerned about this effect. When you banish it, right, your opponent has to interact with this card if they can. Like, if you're playing against something like Ryzeal, they have to go cross-negate it. This is not optional. They have to do it. Otherwise, they would lose the game. I guarantee you that. The card just turns off most disruptions, right? Especially against Ryzeal. So it's a very powerful card, and that's why Horizon is one of the reasons Horizon is so good is because of Eternity. So make sure you're taking full advantage of that. And this is why we can break boards even when a pure going first build, because this card just helps us push through boards. It's a lingering effect, right? So once it resolves, the opponent cannot do anything for the rest of the turn. And then we have Nova Infinity. Of course, I don't have to talk about these cards. Extremely powerful cards here. And then we have Vamana. This card is mandatory to play, and it's unfortunate that it's a UR, but you do need to craft it. It's a monster negate, and it can be kind of a battle protection. You get to this card with Horizon, and usually that's better than getting into SP, because usually, that's kind of the trade-off. It's either Vamana or SP. And you usually want to have Vamana because it is the better card here to have. And then we have Zeus. This card is more like of a backup plan when you cannot OTK and then you have to board wipe. We gotta play Zeus just in case for those scenarios where we just cannot push through and we just have to board wipe. And then we have Night. So you can start with one, but you do need the second one because it does come up in the grind game. Now, I'm not gonna measure what happened in this run and take that at face value, because if I want to do that, in this run, I did not really use... I don't think I used Zeus ever in this run. The second Night, maybe once. The Rampage, the third Rampage, maybe also once, twice, I don't know. But they did not come up that often in this particular run. But however, in the TCG, I do use them all the time. So basically, the opponent would break your board and then they can't OTK, and this would comes to the grind game, right? So I do think these cards, you do want to have them for those situations. Also, sometimes you get hit with an Imperm on Night and you want access to the second one to revive. So sometimes that happens as well. And then we have Seegers. This card is very important. A lot of people don't understand kind of the purpose of this card. So for one, this is help you OTK, and sometimes you need this card to OTK. That's for one. And two, this card is more of a utility card because for one, it has the arrow pointing down. So this means that you can summon Night under it. And sometimes, again, you need that. You need to have that kind of flexibility. And also, this card is Cyber Dragon. And sometimes, again, that's relevant. The name Cyber Dragon in this deck is very important. And we have a lot of ways to use that. So we definitely need to play Seeger here. And then we have SP. This card is only here because we need it in certain lines. Otherwise, we will end on one less disruption. It's not like we're trying to end on SP. Okay, I want to emphasize that. It's just there for these lines where we have no choice but to get it to SP. When we do have a choice, we'd rather get on Vamana than SP. And keep in mind that SP conflicts with Horizon, right? Because it's not a machine. So you cannot use both on the same turn. So be mindful of that. But that's it for the deck list. So in my opinion, pure going first is by far the best way to play the deck. Not the Fiendsmith, not K9, and this will not really change moving forward. But now let me show you the games, and if you want to learn more about the different variants, I'll have the link for that video in the description as well. But now let's jump into the games. So the first game that we have here is against Ryzeal Fiendsmith, and I am going second here. And looking at my hand, this is not looking great. I did not open a single hand trap, which is unfortunate. But on the bright side, I do have a good engine hand, right? It's always good seeing Horizon in your hand, especially for going second. So let's see what he's going to do. I think it's ridiculous that the Fiendsmith engine can get you the apple just for free. That's like the dumbest thing about it. Moon is a card that probably should get banned, But the Fiendsmith engine by itself is like, there is nothing really crazy about it except, you know, getting access to these like stupid cards, in particular Apo. Like, I think Caesar is also annoying, but Caesar can be manageable to some extent. Okay, so he's gonna have follow-up now for next turn. And okay, he's gonna draw. That's fine. So I'm not sure here why he sent another detonator. He should be sending dual drive, right? But anyways, what does he have here? So he has 3 monster negates with Apo. He has 2 pops with detonator, and he has the cross negate, so that's 6. And then he has plug-in that can give him 2 more pops with detonator, so that's 8. And then he has the 2 back rows, so that's 10. And he has ice in hand and 1 unknown, right? So at least 10 disruptions here. Now I want to start with using emergency, see what he does. No response, so I'm grabbing core here. Now the first thing that we want to do is get rid of Apo, right? It's very annoying, we have to get rid of it. And unfortunately here I have to waste my normal summon on it. So I'm gonna set core and just contact fuse it away. So now we can go Horizon, and I'm gonna discard Naxter and Worm, and I'm trying to search Yorm here. And now of course we send Eternity, and now once we activate Eternity's effect, they have to go cross negated. This is again not optional here. This is too risky to let it through. So they go negated, and now I noticed, I think here I noticed that they have another detonator here. But anyway, so I'm gonna go Yorm, and then we're gonna try to search Poly, and then we're gonna hit with an Imperum. So that's fine. And then I want to go Cold Buy and see what he does on the detonator. So I get hit with Judgment. I'm not sure, are people actually maining Judgment right now in Master Duel? It's kind of weird, it's best of 1 maining Judgment, but okay. So how many disruptions so far? The 3 Apo is gone. The cross, that's 4, Imperm 5, and the Judgment, that's 6 down so far, and 4 to go. Okay, so we're gonna continue with the Worm. We're gonna send hers, recycle back, and hers is going to give us Naxter. And now we're gonna go Nova. So here, I mean, he can pop my cards if he wants to, that doesn't matter. But when you get to 2 pops with detonator, you want to be a little bit careful, because he wants to use a pop on my cards, and then the other pop, he might need that to pop itself, right? So he can revive with plug-in. So basically the best case scenario for him is that if he's able to use both pops on me while I'm trying to get rid of a detonator, something like that. So now we're going to continue with Nova. Again, if he pops it, that's fine. He doesn't, so we're going to go Infinity, and now we're going to try to attach. He's going to pop. Now we're going to negate, and he's going to pop again, right? So this is like his best case scenario, but it doesn't matter. I don't know why he pops Worm here. Maybe he knows that I have Naxter in hand, and then I can revive Infinity, because Infinity is not once per turn, right? It's like a soft once per turn, so if you revive it, you can use it again. Maybe he knows, I don't know. So now we're going to go Raul. We grab Claw, and then we're going to normal summon. We're going to get Clockwork. Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. We're just chain blocking here just in case. And now we can revive. First he's going to attach, that's fine. But then we're going to revive Chimera, and Chimera is going to get us Power Bond, right? We're going to discard Clockwork. He can pop it, that's fine, doesn't do anything. And now we can search Regulus here, right? And now we have Naxter, and Naxter, what is he going to do? He's going to revive Infinity. And now with Infinity, we're going to attach again, right? He can pop it if he wants to. We still have Regulus Power Bond, so he's going to get OTK'd on this turn no matter what. So yeah, even through 10 disruptions, we can still break boards, even though this is a pure, even though this is a going first deck, right? The deck still maintains that really strong going second turn. But now let's look at another game. In this one, I am going against Dragonmaid, and I'm going first here. But looking at my hand, this is pretty bad. I drew Power Bond, Yorm, hers. This is not looking good. So how do we transform this hand to a really good board that can win us the game? So let's see. We're going to start with round. We're trying to get Horizon here, because this is how you fix your hand. And Horizon is going to send Yorm and Chimera. We could have sent Worm here, but we did not need Chimera in this hand, so this is why I just get rid of it. But you could have sent Worm too. So now Chimera is going to send it, and now we activate it, send Core. We need Core in the graveyard for this particular hand. So when you get the Maxi, and now we can link into Knight. So Knight is going to grab us Clockwork, and now we can activate Clockwork and go Power Bond. So here we're going to go Chainlink 1 Rampage, Chainlink 1 Hers, Chainlink 2 Rampage pop, and Hers is going to give us core back from the graveyard. And then we can send OG, and here we can search Regulus. So we want to target Hers here to get a follow-up for next turn, but he has a Bestial. That's okay. And now we can go core, grab Overflow, and we can use Knight to go Naxxer. Naxxer is going to get Yorm, and Yorm is going to bounce and search Poly. And now we can go Nova. Nova is going to revive. And now we can go into Infinity, and Poly is going to get us into Heos. So we are ending on 4 disruptions with this powerful, with this really awkward hand, and he wasted a card, with Maxi, and he, he had a Bestial as well. So we are in a decent spot here. Now he searches. He does not search another Bestial. He searched, a starter. That tells you that his hand is not looking that good, especially when he is looking at our board. Okay, so now we recycle back Power Bond. So Hospitality, we just negate that. And then he has the Shudo, okay. So here, looking back, I should have just popped both of them with Overflow, but I think I was low on time. But yeah, I probably should have just popped both of them. This guy can negate my Overflow, but then he's going to normal summon and we can negate that. And that's game. So even with an awkward hand, we can still combo just fine. Now let's look at another game. In this game, I am playing against Mermail, and I am going first here. Look at my hand. This is decent. I want to try to get to Horizon here. So we search Claw, and Claw is going to grab Horizon. So we're going to go Horizon, and we're trying to get to Chimera here. We send Core. We get hit with Ash. We have to negate the Ash in this position, unfortunately. So we grab Chimera, and then we're going to send Eternity. We activate Worm, send Hers, and then we get hit with Impulse. That's fine. We can still grab Core here, and we're going to normal summon it, grab Overflow. And now we're going to normal summon Chimera, and then we're going to link it tonight and grab Clockwork. So we activate Chimera and get Power Bond, and then we can activate Clockwork and discard the OG and search Regulus. And here we're going to target the OG. Now we get that protection, and now we can continue. I want to pop Overflow here because I want to have Cyberlord for the grind game. So we pop Overflow, and then we search Cyberload. And now we can send Naxxer and Yorm, and we can go into the second Rampage. And the second Rampage can send the Core Squad, and then we can go to Nova. And then Nova is going to revive Naxxer, and Naxxer will revive Yorm. And here we can go into Infinity, and Yorm is going to bounce this OG here. So we can bounce it and get Poly. And now we can get Worm, and Yorm and Worm make Vamana. So now we can go Poly, and Poly is going to give us Heos. So we can still combo normally, even through an Impulse, as if nothing happened. And we still have Joel in hand, of course. So this is really good in here. So let's see what he does. And we have Cyberlord for the grind game, of course. He goes Neptibus, so we're going to wait for that. And then he's going to go Chainlink 1 because he's a priority player. And we're going to hit with Joel, and that's game. So yeah, Impulse doesn't do that much. Now let's go look at another game. So in this game, I am playing against Fire King, and I'm going first here. And look at my hand. This is a pretty decent hand, but we do want to be a little bit careful here. So let's start with Emergency and see what happens. Okay, no response, so we're grabbing Core. He has Imperm, okay. That's okay. We're going to go Realm and grab Chimera here. So we're going to normal summon Chimera, and then we're going to link it tonight. And we're going to grab Clockwork. Use Chimera's effect, discard Clockwork, add Power Bond. And here we're going to go into SP, and then Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. And we send Worm. Now, I want to ask you here, what would you play next? What do you think the next play would be, and why? If you said that your next play is Worm, activate Worm, send like Hers, and then recycle one of your Cyber spells, and then use that one to discard for Clockwork and then get Regulus, that would not be correct. That's because, for one, you're playing into Nibiru, because this would be the 5th summon, but most importantly, what you're doing here is you're playing into Impulse. If you get hit by Impulse here, that would be bad, right? So the better way of doing this is to activate a Clockwork's effect first and discard one of those cards in hand, right? So sometimes you have to sacrifice one of the good cards that you have to continue comboing correctly. So we have to do that first here. And I'm actually going to discard Maxi because Impermanent Coldblight are guaranteed disruptions for me. So I don't need Maxi here. So we get Regulus here just in case. We activate Regulus, and guess what? We get hit by Impulse, right? So this is why you want to do it this way. So now we can continue with Worm. Now this did cost us Regulus, but that's fine. At least we can continue. It's just going to be one less disruption, but everything else will be fine in terms of follow-up and in terms of the comboing like in a healthy way. So we're gonna go Nova, and then Nova is going to revive Naxxer, and Naxxer is going to get us Yorm. And we're gonna go Infinity, Yorm Search Poly, and then we're gonna go Heos. So 3 disruptions from our engine, plus follow-up with Emergency and Naxxer, and then we have Imperm and Kolbai, and this is through 2 hand traps, right? So 5 disruptions total through 2 hand traps, and then we're gonna get back Power Bond. So we have like a lot of follow-up. We have like, we're in a very good position here. So we get Power Bond back. Okay, he's gonna attack, that's fine. We negate that, and then he's gonna negate, and we're gonna negate with Imperm, because the reason why we negate with Imperm here is because we do not want to pop this guy only for him to have like Pondix or Garunix in his hand, and then he can continue from there, right? We do not want that, so this is why we use Imperm and not Infinity here. And then we have like follow-up. Even if he outs the board, like we do have a lot of follow-up here. Okay, and this should be game from here, because we're gonna attach, and then he's gonna negate, and then we're gonna negate. Now he's gonna get destroyed, and he did have Garunix, right? But then we have Kolbai for the Kieran, and that should be game from there. So yeah, sequencing in this deck is very important. So let's now look at another game. So for this one, I am playing against Fabled, and I have no idea what that deck does, but we are going first here, and we did draw Power Bond, but we do have a decent hand. So let me show you what we can do here. So we're gonna start with Core. We're gonna grab Overflow, and then Claw is going to grab Realm. And here we want Chimera. We're gonna normal summon it, and then Knight, Chainlink 1, Chainlink 2. Pretty standard stuff here. And then we're gonna set Overflow, and then we're gonna pop both of them. So we're gonna pop, and we were able to search with Overflow, and her is going to search us as well. So here, what do you think we should grab with Overflow? What is the best card to grab here? The answer is we need Emergency here, and I'll explain why. So we're gonna send Naxxer and Yorm. We're gonna get to Regulus, and then we're gonna target OG. We use Worm, so we get Overflow back, and now we have 2 level 5, so we're going to Nova, and then Nova is going to revive Naxxer, and Naxxer will revive Yorm. So here we're gonna go Infinity, and then Yorm is going to bounce this OG here and search Poly. And now we're gonna activate, and we have 2 level 5s now to go into Vamana. And now this is why we search Emergency, because we need another light monster to go into Heos. So now we can go into Heos and activate Heos, attach, and then set 2 pass. So 6 disruptions with that hand. This board, your opponent is unlikely to break it. Let's see what they do. I don't know what these cards do, so we're just going to negate everything here. I know they have effects when they get sent to the graveyard, but that's about it. When you get Lycraman, we still have plenty, so this will not matter. And then they scoop. So that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, comment, and subscribe to see more, and I'll see you all on the next one.